In this video, we will look at hexdump, which is a Linux command line tool that can be used to understand binary data. These steps have been tried out on CentOS 7.8. Hexdump comes from the util Linux package. We will use it to better understand IPFix data, which is an example of binary data. The IPFix format is fully specified in RFC 7011. It essentially consists of a message header followed by any number of sets. The sets are of one of three types: template, data, or options template. We will also make use of a tool named IPFixDump, which comes from the Cert Linux Forensics Tools repository. Installing it is a two-step process. First, the RPM for the repository has to be installed, followed by installing the package libfixbuff-ipfixdump. Our general plan will be to nicely print values from IPFix data using IPFixDump, then print raw bytes using hexdump, compare the two. Hopefully hopefully the values will be equal, which will thus ascertain that our understanding of the RFC is right. Example 1, the IPFix header. The IPFix header consists of 16 bytes, the first 2 bytes of which denote the version number. As per the RFC, the value in these 2 bytes should be equal to 000A in hexadecimal. Let us make use of hexdump and find out if this is correct. So the -C switch is the most typical way of formatting the output from hexdump, and -N controls the number of bytes that it will read. So for now, we'll just focus on the initial 4 bytes. Here we see that the first 2 bytes are equal to 000A, just as mentioned in the RFC. The next field in the header is that of length, which here in hexadecimal is 038C. Will convert into decimal. C is equal to 12 plus 8 multiplied by 16 plus 3 multiplied by 2, 56, which is equal to 908. Now we will make use of IPFixDump and see the values that it prints for the header. We do see that the value IPFixDump printed for the header is equal to 908, which is equal to what we computed from hexdump using our understanding of the RFC. Let us now look at the export time. The export time is the subsequent bunch of 4 bytes. So we will modify the hexdump command line slightly so that it includes the other 4 bytes. Here our interest is in these 4 byte values. These are in hexadecimal and they are a little longer, so we'll take help from our calculator. We'll first set its input base to 16, and then we'll ask it to give us the value in decimal. So the value, it's a big number. This is equal to seconds since epoch. We'll convert it into a human readable form using the date command. The output which has been printed by the date command is equal to the value that has been printed by IPFix dump. We can see 7, 10, 35 there and 7, 10, 35 here. So similarly, we could find the values for observation domain ID and sequence number, which we'll skip for now. Example 2, template set. We know that an IPFix message consists of a header followed by any number of set. Each set begins with a set ID and a length. If the value in the set ID is equal to 2, then we have a template set. We see here that as per IPFix term, we are dealing with a template record, which means that if we were to read the set header using hexdump, we should see the value 2. So we'll use hexdump, introducing a new switch, that is the -s switch, which will instruct hexdump to skip the 16 initial octets or bytes, which we can do because we know that the size of the IPFix header is 16. So that lets us directly focus on the set header. And here we do see that the value is 0002 or simply 2 in hexadecimal as seen here. Then the next 2 bytes denote the length of the complete template. That value is not printed here, so we will not talk further about it. One piece of information here is the template ID. To understand the template ID, we will have to look at the structure of a template record. Each template record begins with the template ID, which is of size 2 bytes, followed by the number of fields in that template. So we have looked at the initial 4 bytes starting from the set ID. Let us now look at the initial 8 bytes. So that will give us the template ID as well as the number of fields in that template. So we skip the initial 4 bytes and we look at these values. It is the template ID here in hexadecimal is equal to C013. And we see exactly that value printed by IPFix dump. It does print the value in decimal as well. And it also prints it in hexadecimal. Then the number of fields is specified in 2 bytes. And here we see that it is equal to 6. This matches the field count value printed by IPFix dump. So the template record describes each of the fields. And it describes each field using either 4 or 8 bytes. It makes use of 4 bytes if the starting bit is equal to 0. It makes use of 8 bytes if it is equal to 1. So here we have an example of both. So if the value of ENT, which is equal to the enterprise number, is equal to 0, then we have a case of the first bit being equal to 0. And if it is non-zero, it means that the first bit for that particular field is equal to 1. So let us look at 4 more bytes. So here our interest is in these bytes. Since the first nibble is equal to 0, we know that the first bit can't be equal to 1. So we are dealing with the case in which the enterprise number should not be mentioned. This value B8 denotes the information element ID. Let us see its value in decimal. B is equal to 11 multiplied by 16. That is equal to 184, which again matches with the output from IP fixed dump. Now we get to our example in which an enterprise number is present. We also see that the size of the field is equal to 4 as denoted by these 2 bytes, and the same is present here as well. So now we'll go to the next field in the template record. Now the first nibble is 8, which means that the first bit is 1. This 0E denotes the enterprise element ID value, and E in hexadecimal is equal to 14. This 1 denotes the size of the field, which is equal to 1. The enterprise element ID is given by 1AD7. We'll look at its value in decimal. D is 13, A is 10, multiplied by 256, followed by 16 to the power 3, which is equal to 687, and this is matching precisely with the enterprise number given by IP fixed dump.